series. Welcome.
Stanwar.
I heard that you studied different fields and now ended up a fashion designer. How come that happened?
I also studied fashion design, by the way.
You see, what I'm saying is, you studied sociology, your first degree.
Yes,
and your master's degree is psychology.
Counseling psychology.
Counseling psychology.
Yes.
And you didn't do any job in these fields, but you are doing something different, designing fashion.
Yes, I am. I don't know. I can say my love for fashion is greater
than those fields.
Yes, greater than those fields. Also, I have worked on sociology and counseling psychology, but it's just a matter of time. It was a very short time, But fashion is my whole life. Fashion is my passion, and I focused on that.
And what kind of things did you do? I mean, is there any famous individuals for whom you produce this kind of designs? I mean, fashion.
Yeah, most of my customers are celebrities.
All right.
I dress celebrities, gospel singers, songwriters, artists. If I have to mention them, I can.
Yeah, that's wonderful because it's important.
Okay.
One thing is, this program is one to encourage talents of youth.
Mm-hmm.
Your trainees and people who watch this program would be inspired. That's the objective of this Anadhufu program in English as well. So you can list their names out, a few of them, if you don't mind.
Okay, I will start from my female celebrities. Beshatu Tolomariam.
Okay, the journalist.
Yes, the journalist, and my very favorite female artist, Altubuto Satawa.
Okay, the Guji girl.
Yes, the Guji girl. Zinash Olani.
A journalist.
And
your mother as well. We'll be talking about that later.
Bilise Rana and her whole family.
Journalist as well.
Yes, journalist as well.
Okay.
From the top of my head.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about artists? I heard that you designed for Galana Garumsa?
Yes, for Galana Garumsa. He had this concert on Irecha, and I designed this one top for him, and he loved it so much.
Yeah.
Galana Garumsa, and I am now working with this amazing director, Lenjo Fikru. We have this new videos coming soon, and I'm working on that too, on the costume designing. Also gospel singers, Asagra Bebe, Gutush Farao, Destain Sarmu, and the Kaku Gospel Band. I've been dressing them.
I mean, how did you contact these guys? I mean, did they contact you? I rather say that. I mean, do you have your own shop where you sell these kind of things, or do you have other outlets to promote your products?
I promote my products on social media. I have a page named Sena.
Sena, those people who don't, is that in Amharic or in Afan
It's English actually.
English, Sena.
Yeah, Sena.
Okay.
Originally the word is Afan Oromo.
Okay.
It means Senas. Also it has a very deep meaning. It means histories. It tells history. My clothes and the things that I design are not just something to wear. They tell story, they have something to say. They are loud. So that's
what does that mean? Just maybe explain that. It tells history. When you say it tells history,
I believe fashion is a language.
What kind of language?
It is something for me. It is something that I express my feeling through, and something that I tell history with. For example, let me give you an example. Back when I was in fashion school, I had this project. It was my very first project, and we were given inspirations to design clothes, and I couldn't be inspired with an objective thing, so I picked a topic and I named it slavery.
All right.
So my first project was slavery. I tried to, tell the story of slavery in one particular dress.
On a single dress?
Yes,
design?
on a single dress. And my second project was key, and I was inspired by this quote that I found on social media. It said, a key factory won't manufacture a key without a lock without the key, which means God won't give you problems without the answer or without the solution. When you are in a bad situation today, you must know that you will be good tomorrow. you will have the solutions tomorrow.
There are always outways.
Exactly. So I designed this blouse. I added some accessories, the lock and the key and everything, and the color combination was very self-explanatory. That was my second project. And my third and my last project also was inspired by a quote, "Pretty hurts," or in Amharic, "Siyaget imelaletu." I tried to explain how people do odd things or something that it hurts them to look good, to appear beautiful.
They think that they appear good, but that tells something different.
No, they do some odd things to appear beautiful.
Yeah.
Pretty hurts. To appear beautiful, to look pretty, you do a lot of things. Like we wear heels to look taller. It's not comfortable, clearly.
Sure.
Yeah, so pretty hurts.
Something to get something. The
exactly.
Other. Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't tell a history though.
It tells a lot.
Yes.
It tells.
It's loud. It speaks.
When you design new fashion, you do not leave the original concept of the culture of the society. That's what I think. You don't miss the test. If you design the costume of Borona Oromo or the Metra Oromo, the fashion is a little bit different, but the concept is there. People who exactly see would understand where that style is from.
Exactly.
You're telling me this.
Exactly.
And once upon a time, I was with Zilma Sholani, your mother, surprisingly, and she wore a kind of mixed hybrid way of dressing. The Oromo, Eastern Oromo and the Somali dressing style mixed. And she told me that Sena designed it. Why that kind of hybrid? Why do you do that?
As I told you, fashion is a language. It's the way of expressing your feelings. And in that particular dress, I really wanted to show the relationship that the Somali people had with the Oromo people. As you have seen it, the top was Somali's cultural, and the bottom, the skirt was from Harar. And the belt or the sabbata has tied those two together.
Okay, it's a kind of a bridge.
Yes, it's a kind of a bridge that brings the Oromo and the Somali people together.
That you try to define the long-standing relationship of these two people.
Exactly.
Wow.
Not only that, but back in I think that it was last year, I have designed this dress that tied the Gamo and the Walaga culture together.
The Gamos are, by the way, just for information, on celebration of Nations, Nationality and People's Day, I interviewed someone from Gamo.
Okay.
And he wore kalacha here. Kalacha is a phallic symbol of the Abagada. Of the Abagada. Yes. And I asked him, what's the name of this kind of thing? He said kalacha. Oh, they almost say that. Oh, we the Gamos also say that. He told me that. It is the symbol of what? The symbol of being hero, the symbol of being leader, and this one. Oh, I mean, do you share some common values?
Yeah.
We do have a lot. That's what he taught me. And you understood prior to my interview even that
exactly.
You did. This industry is a wonderful industry, the most loved industry in other parts of the world. Do you have contacts with models in this regard?
Yeah, it's with models that I work. Like when we do photo shoots on runways, it's models who wear our clothes, the designer clothes.
You design only on Oromo costumes, or like you told me, Somali, Gamo, and Oromo 3? And I mean, you focused only on these three, or?
No, these are just the examples that I told you. I design also for other cultures too, not only Oromos or the other Kushtik. But I would love to go, out of the box, out of the Oromo culture, out of our country, and I would love to go to the continents. Touch. Yes.
Tell me Africa. That's on your neck as well. That I see that your necklace. The necklace tells me the continent Africa. You're thinking broadly that way.
Exactly.
Do you have a plan to show your products to the world markets?
Exactly, I do, because our culture is vast and we have a lot to show to the world. It's always new. We have a lot of things to touch, and it's gonna be unique. It's amazing. So.
Wow. By the way, the other thing I want to ask you is that is about your upbringing. I mean, were you encouraged to do these kind of things? You told me that it's your passion from very childhood. I mean, didn't your parents, prohibit you not to do that? Because especially pressure on females. In most cases, for males there is a freedom. For females there are females
restrictions.
Yes, restrictions are there.
Yeah.
How do you survive that?
Thank God, I've never been there. Especially my mother is a very supporting woman. She supported me from day one. She saw that talent in me. She used to tell me, "You are a fashion designer."
She's a journalist. That's what she
Yes, you are a fashion designer. That's what she used to say to me. And back then, I didn't know what fashion was. All I knew was what modeling was. You know, I used to watch a lot of modeling shows. I used to watch a lot of beauty contests and a lot, but I never knew there was a designing world. And she put that in my mind, and as I grew up, I used to watch a lot of fashion shows, a lot of celebrity dressing styles, and it grew in me.
By the way, it's amazing that your mother is also master of ceremony now. She was a journalist and now master of ceremony and has her own promotion. Let's talk about your birthplace. Where were you born?
I was born in Nakamte city.
Nakamte of East Wallaga or East Oromia?
Yes.
All right. And grew up?
And grew up here.
Tell us about your elementary school and high school and this and that.
Okay, I was born in Nakamte. Then I came here when I was 1 with my parents. Then I went to this school from the early elementary school. Yes, from nursery to just elementary school.
All right.
Then now Darcy. Then Rift Valley Primary School.
All right.
Then I joined high school El Beit Al Academy. Then I joined the Addis Ababa University back in 2005.
And I studied sociology.
And I studied sociology.
Counseling psychology.
Yes.
What's your future plan, by the way?
My future regarding what? I have a lot of plans.
Yeah, about your design. I'm not talking about marriage. I'm not talking other parts. I'm referring only to your fashion design.
Okay. On fashion, my future plan is to build a big fashion institute here in Ethiopia.
Okay.
I know there are a lot of young people, a lot of talented people who can influence the world in this fashion world. So I want to produce more fashion designers, more artistic people, more people who have talents. And I know I can tell somebody to focus on this and on that, but I would love it when people focus on their originality. I like people who respect their culture. You know, we are unique, we are different. We have to do that, we have to bring that to the world. We don't have to take any Western civilization to us. We are enough, and we have a lot of things to show to the world, you know. We won't always be takers, we will be givers, and I want to have a lot of young people like that in my future plan and in the things that I'm planning to do regarding fashion.
Yeah, you're telling me that you only show the way by establishing an own institutes, so that artists can create their own creativity.
Yes.
Like there is saying, if you feed a man a fish, you feed him only for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, you feed him forever. Can males be fashion designers?
Exactly.
But in
Ethiopia,
in most cases, we see only females.
Yeah.
Why do you think that the problem is?
There is this pressure from the society.
What does that mean?
It's like, dressing up, looking good, and, being classy and chic is always for ladies and
not males.
Yeah, not males. You have to be masculine, It's okay if you look messy. It's okay if you don't, dress up and
But,
stuff.
but for females, it's a little bit.
Yeah, for females. And as a guy, when you are like that, or when you are a fashion designer, on the back of their head, they have something to think about, you know. The judgment is a little harder, but also there are very strong male designers who break through this, you know.
Yeah, it needs guts, you know.
Yes, it needs guts.
Okay. That's why in countries like ours, the people you judge you differently, and so males don't try to penetrate into this kind of fashion world.
Exactly.
What are your hobbies?
My hobbies, I love reading. I love reading a lot. I love traveling. Also, it helps me for my designs, by the way. I've been to Borana, a very cultural place. I've been to Girma and Harar and Redwa, also other places. I love traveling, I love reading, and I love fashion.
Okay. By the way, in most cases, if the father or a mother is a teacher, children want to be teachers, or other fields to be doctors, to be this and that, or similar fields. Your mother is a journalist, and why didn't you have that intention of having? Because somebody told me that when you were a kid, and your mother was reading news, and she was a newscaster on it, and I heard that you were writing on what was being broadcast on ETV by then. So why didn't that influence you?
I really respect, by the way, journalism and other fields of art, but I don't know. I never went there in my mind, you know. I never went there.
And anyway, the final idea of mine that I'll tell you, you told me that you're promoting your products on social media.
Yes.
That's not enough. And OBN is now contributing this way. And other media houses do also see that, I hope, because this is not about promoting you. It is about promoting the youth talents.
Yes.
It is about telling our people to use our cultures and values and selling to the other worlds and changing lives of our people.
Yeah.
So I'm sure other media houses do also watch these things and would dig other fashion designers like yourself to bring them to the front lines, so that because people don't have that gut. If they would this, like I told you, in your 20s you do your first degree and your master's degree and you become a fashion designer, this is a good quality within 20s. And others do learn a lot of things from such a thing.
Yeah.
And you should broaden your way of promotion.
Exactly.
That's the final thing I say. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, Anwar.
Well, yeah, like words, she's a young fashion designer, a sociologist, a psychologist as well. She designed clothes or costumes for different individuals, celebrities in the country. And she has planned to open her own institute, fashion design institute in Ethiopia. And one thing wonderful, I can take as a quote: fashion tells, it talks. Design tells history. It tells everything of the society. Without missing the tests, without missing the original quality of that culture, we can tell to the world who we are. That's what she said. Thanks for watching. Have a good time. Bye-bye.